Good morning, students. Welcome to Grovic School online classes. So, in my last class, I taught you first part of the nervous system. Now we are going to learn about the second part. So, before that, let's have a recall. The nervous system controls the activities of all the other organ systems of our body. Okay, and this system consists of the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves. Now, the brain is the boss or the control center of our body. It consists of three parts: the cerebrum, the largest part of the brain; cerebellum, which is situated at the back of the brain; brainstem or medulla lies beneath the cerebellum. Spinal cord is a long thick bundle of nerves that extends from the medulla. Okay. Nerves form a network of pathways for conducting information throughout the body. There are three kinds of nerves: sensory nerves, motor nerves, mixed nerves. So this, children, this was all I have done in my previous part, the first part of this chapter. Now let's start with actions of the body. You know, in our daily life, our body performs many different actions. Okay. These can be categorized into main two types: voluntary actions and involuntary actions. Now, what is this voluntary and involuntary actions? Let us learn a little detail. Okay. Voluntary action, it is an action that we do out of our own will or we do it consciously. मतलब कि ये वो एक्शन है जो हम जानबूझकर करते हैं, जैसे कि हमें जब करना होता है वो एक्शन, जैसे कि रीडिंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रीडिंग, रनिंग, eating. So this is in our control. We want to do all these actions. We want to read, we want to eat when we are hungry, and we want to run. Okay. Now let's learn about involuntary action. It is an action which occurs without our choice. हमारी मर्जी के बिना, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल medulla oblongata, heartbeat. It is example of a heartbeat. Heartbeat is not in our own hands. Like our heart beats, okay, and it keeps on beating 92 times a minute. Okay, then if I or you sneeze, okay, that happens due to the spinal cord reflex action. Okay, it is an action that occurs without our conscious or without our choice. Okay, it is nearly instantaneous, that is very quick movement in response to a stimulus. So reflex actions are the results of message sent to and by the spinal cord. Okay, now let's learn about the sense organs. From the childhood, you are learning about sense organs. Of course, we all have 5 major sense organs. There are 5 senses that help us to smell, to see, smell, touch, hear, and taste. Our sensory organs are eyes, nose, ear, tongue, and our skin. So now let us learn one by one about these senses. First is about eyes. As you know, children, eyes are very sensitive and important part of the body. Okay. It is just like a round ball. It is present in the socket of the skull, well protected by the bones. Because eye is a very soft organ. Right, children? Eyelids protect the eyes from dust. Eyes gives us the maximum information about the surroundings. They can differentiate color, shape, size. Okay, so they are, as I've told you, that eyes are the important and sensitive part of our body, they are protected by the eyebrows. As you can see the picture, the eyelashes, the eyelids from dust, sweat, strong light and heat. The eyes are also protected by tears, which constantly bath the front of the eye, keeping it clean and moist. Okay. You know, children, when you see at something, when you whatever we see, okay, the our eyes act like camera. जो हमारी आंखें हैं ना वो कैमरे की तरह काम करती है, and they take a picture of the thing we are looking at, and this picture is then sent to the brain. ये picture हमारे brain को जाती है, which interprets it and tells us what we have seen. जब ये picture हम किसी चीज को देखते हैं, कोई जैसे कि वो जो हम देखते हैं वो picture है, वो picture हमारे brain में जाती है, brain फिर हमें उसको मैसेज देता है कि हमने क्या देखा. Okay, so that's why the eyes are very sensitive. Now let's move on to the next part. Ears. Okay, what do ears do? Of course, their function is to hear sound, right? So ear help us to hear different sounds. Okay, they also help us to keep our balance. Now let's learn about tongue. Our tongue helps us to taste things. Okay. So the tongue has different regions covered with tiny taste buds. Okay, we have taste buds which can detect sweet, sour, salty and bitter. आप कोई चीज खाते हैं तो आपको पता चलता है कि ये चीज मीठी है, खट्टी है और स्पाइसी. ठीक है? So this is all because there are taste buds on your tongue. The tongue also helps us to speak. The nose helps us to smell different odors, right? तरह तरह की खुशबुएं, good smell, bad smell, हमें कैसे पता चलता है? Because of our nose only. And it is sensitive. It also helps us in breathing. It is sensitive to a stimulus such as smell. The last part of this lesson, okay, and that is skin. As you know, the skin is found all over the body, okay, and it covers our entire body. There are many tiny nerve endings in the skin which give us information about the things with which our body comes in contact. It helps us to feel the heat, cold, pain and pressure. Agar aap, as I've told you in the beginning only, when you put something, your finger in a hot tea, you just pull it out. Why? Because that was the reflex action. When you put it in your skin, when your skin felt the heat of the tea, it just responded, okay, and it gives a reflex action. Okay, so children, this was all about the nervous system, sensory organs. I've thought if you have any difficulty, you can ask me in the class. Okay, thank you.